using just the mechanics of the body, like what the body wants to do, and I've spoken about that before. But so I mean, I could just go to like, I don't know, move back, bring that up to block, you know. Bring that. So what am I doing? Here I'm covering the body, here, right? I'm bringing a hammer fist out, and I'm doing like a straight, direct type of, probably a karate type punch really here. Here, I could even have that arm out. We could even step back, palm, like palm and elbow, punch and elbow, here, you know, get that divide and separate really happening there, front kick, you know, punch up, shoot that fist out, you know. That's not a basic mechanic. That's probably using a lot of different things. So I'm feeling a little bit under the weather at the minute, so I'm a little bit out of breath. Anyway, so here, stepping back, and I'm like covering with all this, right? This could do like grab on, you know, here covering knee, here covering front kick, here covering in, like step back more, okay? Step off to the side even more, front kick, grab on, you know, this sort of grabbing on stuff, claw the face. It's another big part of this style. When we're getting close, we claw the face, because all the forearms, hands, everything, like I strike trees, like I literally hit trees, palm the tree, back fist it, forearm it, elbow it in, you know, so that helps with this bracing sort of stuff that I do as well. Alright, enough of that. So here I was stepping back, I was like exploding out of that. So on this way, I'm like stepping back, exploding out. Obviously, though, like if we're in a confrontation, like we're gonna be like moving a lot more, you know, shooting out punches. I don't do a lot of training barefoot, so if my stance looks a bit dodgy at times, or I don't know, I'm more used to shoes, and where this would happen, a confrontation, I'd be wearing shoes, I'd be wearing boots, you know. But it's good to train like this, obviously. Alright, so we've covered push-pull stuff, push-pull in all different ways, like with the back fist, like grab, like so. For anyone not familiar, this is like a kangaroo mimicry, animal mimicry style, merged with lots of different styles of martial arts. I've borrowed mechanics and different things, and a lot of it's my own. Kangaroo stuff, how I use the claws, you know. a lot of it's just like human mechanics, how the body wants to work. You know, I have done Kempo. If I was doing Kempo, there'd be a lot more of this sort of stuff. I don't know, forwards and backwards sort of stuff. I do this sort of stuff. I don't really use the reverse stuff as much because I don't really feel I need to. I just feel like, I don't know, like with the straight line strikes, how I use them. And then into the circle strikes, I feel like that's enough. You know, yeah, you can do a reverse movement, and you do this sort of stuff anyway. You do these movements, these you know, a fist going into an elbow, you know, going back out into like, so short, elongated, short, you know. So anyway, so yeah, so push pull, circular stuff, you know, rocking sort of movements, working out how the body, you know, circular inwards, and circular outward movements. You know, there's turning, striking movements. You know, you could easily just turn and strike. There's blocking and striking movements. You know, so this classic roof fist thing that I do, where I come out here, whichever way I want to do it, or come in, you know, depending. But really, that can be a block or a deflection and a punch as well. Just extending it slightly, not having it right here. You know, I've said it before, I can go straight, I can come straight, backwards, you know, setting up for kicks, knees, all that sort of stuff. It can come off on an angle. It be sort of becoming, be going straight up, can come out, I don't know, like it can circle out, you know. It can be more of like back fists stuff, like come up here and like back fist out. It can come up and be like here, like more narrow. It can be like more narrow in itself. It can just come out like here, like close, same as the back fist. You know, it's very versatile. Then from that, you got all these rolling, striking sort of movements. You know, come up, strike, in the claws, here, you know, striking in the claws and back fists, elbows, grabbing on, pulling them in, knees, elbows. Keep it all, get these rotating, get the rotation stuff happening, like this way and the other way. So like rotating this way, it's going to be like forwards, like I guess an anti-clockwise. Rotation is going to be like a forwards movement. And the clockwise rotation is going to be like, you know, I mean, strike, I don't know, but it's like, get it coming this way. I mean, it can be forwards depending on which way you're facing, I suppose, you know. It's all like principles and now like mechanics of movement, like how things work basically, and the analysis of what you're doing. So, you know, just a pivoting movement. You could like have a pivoting sort of movement. It can be here, like it could be low here. You know, whatever that's doing. It could be up middle. It could be higher. It can be like here and just come out, depending on like your flexibility or how it's all, you know, working. Just hammer fists. Come in. You know. Come like you got angular, like downwards angular stuff. Like so, if we got like again using a circle. Bring that, you know, angle this way, and then you got like coming back that way. So it's like here, covering. You know, coming, doing different stuff. You know, you're here, in close, comes up, guarding. You know, just pushing movements, using the body's momentum. Pushing, yeah, that sort of thing, which I've probably honestly never done this movement before. I'm like blocking here, striking, coming up, you know, so block, so we've got block here. Yeah. So pushing, prying outwards, you know. If you're inside, claw to face, elbow, grab on, knee, you know, here you know, use the forearms, palms, pushes, strikes. You know, like that's a hammer fist, open hand, knife, hand strikes. You know, those sort of strikes, forearm, like just all the forearm, and guess what? Push, pull. You could push, pull those strikes as well, and obviously circular strikes. You know, I'm more of a fan of having the guard. Probably more of a fan of back fist punches and claws, but a good knife hand palm. I love palms though. So what else? palm strikes, right? So it could be, you know, elbow, getting that circular stuff happening. These can, you know, your back fist, palm, you know, so much different shit you could do, different stuff you can do. Heaps more. All right, classic, just, you know, here, you know, got this rocking sort of pop, punch, you know, hook punch. Well, that's more of a, I mean, it's a hook, it's a, like a right angle punch. That's more of a hook for me, you know, upcut, back fist, roll these punches over. And yeah, I'm not moving a lot at the minute. Obviously, like, step off, you know. My kicks, the kicks I do, I'm working on having them actually, like, yeah, they can stab in, but they can also, like an animal does, like, circularly sort of claw out. Works pretty good in the boots and shoes, you know. These roll this way, they can roll that way and be more guarding. You know? Even like punch over the top, rips to the body more, you know, different stuff. Strikes can come, you know, might go straight, strike might come out more. I like classically, like, defending the head as well with the elbows. Parrying. And then sort of like the main gist of it, and I've sort of said it before, is these devastating elbows and forearms. I'm getting close, so like if I do get an arm, I'll smash into the bicep, elbow to head, claw the face into an elbow, claw it into an elbow, claw, you know, like imagine copping a claw across the face, double claws into elbow smash, and that elbow smash here actually, like, is designed to, like, separate the jaw. You know, striking type stuff, striking, heads out, bang, double palms to the ears type thing. Just to design to incapacitate, you know, knee to the head. If you get side kick to the leg, type thing. Just heaps of different stuff. The rolling punches, if you think about it, how I have this circular movement going, if I can grab onto an arm, it's like very easy to do sort of chin-na, joint locks. It's all like circular push-pull, like you have someone's arm here and you like reef it close to your body in that smaller circle and pull and push-pull. You know, snap the wrist, You know, just all this different stuff. So there's heaps more. There's more stuff, and I'm creating more stuff all the time. I mean, the main things is the way the fist works, the rolling punch, the way all this stuff works with that cock down, the cock down fist. You know, because like there's no give, whether it's hook punch, uppercut, back fist, that rolling strike, which, like, look, you know, you do a rolling strike, look how easy it is for me to back fist out of that, whichever way, and hook punch, and not even just back fist, like yeah, you can back fist this way. Look what else you got. You got all this forearm, elbow there, pressing into parts of your body that you don't really want it there. It can like if I get an arm here, I can contour up the body, straight up the body, you know, punch to the head. Yeah, it's just designed to find targets, this style. And yeah, with grabbing onto the claws and different things. So it's basically fist strikes, you know, front kicks, different things. Get in. It's got all round kicks and all other things that you'd expect. Push kicks, all that sort of stuff. Heel kicks. Heel kicks the groin under the knees type thing. You know, there's lots of different stuff, as I keep saying. But yeah, once you're inside guard type thing, like even if the opponent's throwing punches, elbow destructions type stuff, using elbows to block with. So if you've ever punched an elbow or ever punched like a brick wall or something hard, like the edge of a brick, it's just, yeah, or an edge of a bit of wood or something, and you're not used to doing that. Yeah, you're gonna like stuff up your arm, stuff up on your fist on the elbow. And yeah, like if you know what you're doing, you can break a wrist, and then from these sort of elbows, however I'm doing them, grab on and strike, grab on, because if the person's hit and they're injured, well then, I mean, you'd either say you want to keep going, and if they attacked you, well, you know, you could effectively hurt them more. But obviously, you want to try to do the right thing and try not to be in an altercation in the first place. But you know, just pays to be able to use your body. Alright, there's probably like more stuff, but at the minute, I think that's about it. I mean, I think I covered some of the main mechanics. Straight strikes. Again, there's different like intensities to those strikes. So, like faster, straighter. Like I used to call this like resting pause type thing, and like from here, like a looseness, you can just shoot out. So there's like a looseness. There's like a faster, more rapid striking. There's more of like a tensile. It has like a bounce to it type thing, or a spring motion type thing with some of the striking. Then there's sort of like more power. There's more powerful striking, and then there's like dead weighted striking, which is sort of loose into tense maybe, you know, and like, well, you can do that sort of anyway, like any way you hit, but there's more of like a, I guess, where the weight's coming down type strikes. where like it might be a palm, hammer fist, like a back fist that comes down to the ground type thing. And then all your stomping sort of stuff, which is your Bajiquan and all that. And I have, like, because I'm just touching on basic mechanics, I haven't touched on the Baguazhang type stuff, the Baguazhang stuff, the way, like the Hsing I, like the Sun T type stepping, Hsing I. Obviously, like the drunken type back fist that I've sort of inspired. Well, it's inspired some of the Roo movement as well. You could say I've seen Mantis before in the past, but I intentionally haven't been like really looking at it much, like lately, like for years really, because I don't want to be too influenced. I want all the Kangaroo stuff that I've done with the arms. It's really like what I've felt the Kangaroo would be like, and how I've just created that sort of stuff. So I don't want too much influence from other styles that's like obvious, like super obvious. Like I already have the Bajiquan stuff, which I've modified and I've said, but a lot of what I do like is my own interpretation. I do train pure, I think it's Han style Bajiquan, and like I'm trying to create my own like Kangaroo or Dai Shu Bajiquan, etc. So that's Kangaroo Bajiquan. Also Kangaroo Baguazhang, which is the circular, you know, like the palming strikes type stuff. But it's in Dai Shu Quan really anyway, but I might still create sort of offshoots type thing. There's just lots to do. Anyway, thank you very much. That was cool. Alright. Everyone take care. Hope you get some ideas from this sort of stuff. Feel free to ask me questions, and I'm looking forward to hearing the comments and just to keep doing it. Alright guys, thank you.